Alright guys, welcome to Doozer Shop. It's a Thursday, it's a work night, but I wanted to bring you some update video. Yesterday I had the Colchester lathe running for the first time with its motor hooked up, and I had filled the headstock with oil and the quick change box, and had I had the belts put on, the new belts, and it was pretty successful. Let me take you handheld, and I'll go through the whole procedure of what I did last night to show you. I started it on my VFD first to make sure there's no wiring issues, and then I ran it with my phase converter, because a VFD, it has like overcurrent protection, short to ground protection. It just won't, they're pretty sensitive to any kind of fault. So my motor on the lathe, it's a 2-speed motor, 4 horse low speed, 8 horse high speed. Okay, so remember that, it's a 2-speed motor. So I think it's 900 and 1100 RPM, or 9 and 18. I have to see. I forget. But because it's 2 speeds, it's two different horsepowers, 4 and then 8. My rotary phase converter is 6 horsepower, and I know you're saying, Doozer, that's weird. There's 5 horse motors. There's 7.5. How'd you get a 6? It's a 6. I'll show you sometime the whole deal. Now I got another upgrade. I mentioned it in a previous video. I've got 2 of these 6 horse motors, big gigantic TEFC 1200 RPM motors, 12 lead delta wound motors. Fabulous. And I will eventually have the other one hooked up, so I'll have 12 horsepower worth of phase converter ampacity. But now it's only 6, and it does run it. It's pretty amazing. Let me go through the procedure, and I'll show you the Colchester 17 running. For the first time, when I first got it, I jerry-rigged some wiring. When I bought it, like, I don't know, like 5 years ago or 4 years ago. And it worked, but I just ran it for like a minute or two, just to make sure it was, none of the gears were stripped and all that. But I'll take you handheld, and I'll show you. All right, let's begin at the fuse box and start my rotary phase converter. I know I need to get the panel on, the cover on. All right, there's going to be 2 of these eventually when I expand the phase converter to 12 horse. Maybe the camera will pick it up. You should hear it. It's upstairs in the attic. Listen close if the mic will pick it up. Okay, it's on. So now, so I've got these twist lock outlets for my 3-phase. They're L1530s. All right. So first off, this used to be run on the grinder. It's my VFD. And it's a Hitachi 3 horse VFD, and it's on a pole. You guys can see there's the outlet to plug in your stuff, and there's the cord plugging into the wall, into the single phase. And it's on an old chair bottom. So that's what I did. I hooked it up and I plugged it into to there, the L1530. So what I got, the drum switch is hooked up. The switch, the big lever for the contactor is not hooked up. I'll show you what I got. All right. So just so you guys know, the 2-speed motor is hooked up with that gray flex conduit into the drum switch, and that's what that smaller lever is. And then from the drum switch is forward, reverse, and low and high. So you can go low, high, and forward and in reverse. So like I said, the motor is connected to the drum switch, which is connected via this black conduit, that's just the color I had, and in this box. And this box is just the contactor hidden behind all this. So that's the main contactor. So the big lever turns the switch on, right? And this will eventually be hooked up into the side here and run the contactor. So the drum switch really doesn't see any load, switching load. Like I said, that linkage in that Allen Bradley limit switch, I guess it's called, operates the motor contactor, my new coil. But for now, I just got this cord hot wired to the 3 phases that, you know, go down to the drum switch. So that's fine because it's got power off and power on in reverse. So I got the 3 phases hooked up. All right, and basically let's do this. Let's plug it in. So let me see. The ground is the big one. Alright. Twist lock, good. Alright, so jump over the cord. Try not to pull anything out because it's just kind of in there. You got my new belts, my new pulley. Okay. And the belts are still kind of loose, and that's fine. Neutral. So this is the back gear lever. So it's low, which is back gear, neutral, and then high is direct. So the 2 shift levers on top are the 4-speed input, right? So it's got first gear, neutral, third, and yet, you know, second, neutral, and fourth. So everything's in neutral right now. You can, you know, spin the spindle. And this thing has zero run out, man. This thing's just very, very, very awesome. All right, so this does nothing because this is the big switch, the big ball lever is the contactor, but that's not hooked up, so it doesn't do anything. The brake still functions because it's mechanical, but eventually that'll run the contactor. But now, so this is off. It'll be low forward, off, and then high forward, and then the phases might be off, and forward and reverse might be messed up. But then it's supposed to be reverse low, off position again, and then high reverse. So that's how that works. Oil is right in the middle of the sight glass and in the quick change box as well. So let's go for low forward. This might be low reverse. I don't know. I think I can go this way. So here we go, folks. Well, that didn't do nothing. Let's let's go for high. Nothing. WTF. Let me check, is the phase converter running? It's humming. The hell? Let's try something else. Let's try the Sagami lathe. Is 3-phase. Dropping stuff. Oop. That works. What's going on with the Colchester? Something's weird. Oh! A wire came out. See it? I'm gonna unplug it. Alright. I'm gonna drop that. Alright. Scared the crap out of me. Nope. Yep. It's unplugged, folks. Okay. Holy crap. Alright, let me set the camera down. Hold on a sec. Alright folks, this is live. You can't make this up. Okay, I got that wire put back on. The other two are good. 1, 2, 3 phases. Yeah, I didn't hook up the ground, but I checked it all. Alright, we're good. You could have died, Doozer. You never grounded. Well, you know what? Yeah, what? Oh, the safety people. Eat my shorts. Alright. Alright, we should be good. Alright. It's not rubbing the cord. Alright, so let's try it. It's not going to spin, so it's in neutral. Alright, here we go. Low. Alright. That was low in one direction. Oh, it was spinning forward. So I got to flip-flop the phases, but it doesn't matter for now. So this is low the other direction. And then it's going to go off and then high. So there's low, off, high. You can see the belts chooching around. So that's reverse. It should be forward, but so I'm going to go from high. There's off. I think that's that oil seal. I didn't put any Vaseline on the lip of the oil seal. I figured it would get oil coming through the bushings. I've never really needed to put oil, pre-lube Vaseline on an oil seal, but I guess it was making a little noise yesterday. Let me turn it on again. Let's go forward. I heard a little. I think it'll be all right. So let's go. Let's put it in gear. Let's put it in low. So it's still not going to spin. It's going to spin, but it's not going to have engagement. It's going to be in neutral, but it's still, the spindle might spin. So here we go. It is spinning, but just, it's not in gear. You can stop it. Yeah, see? You can stop it. It's just from the shafts spinning coaxially. And we got the gears moving. For the power feed. So, let me set the camera on here. So that's good. So that was low. I'm sorry, low and then second, and then, let's see. All right, so that's third. That's third. All right, third gear. It's getting louder. Neutral, fourth, in low speed. Okay. All right. That was 4 low. Now, first, we'll go to high. Low. Probably quieter and high. Give you a better angle. There you guys go. You can see what I'm doing. So first gear. I wonder if it'll start in high. I don't think it'll start in high. Mind you, there's no chuck on there. Let me just throw it in high. I might blow the breaker. Nah, I don't want to start it in high. I'm wearing on the contacts of the drum switch. So this is first gear low. And then high. And this spindle's in neutral, so that's back gear. All right, that's direct. So first gear direct. Let's see here, direct. 26 RPM. No. What am I in? First gear. No, I'm in high. Low speed. What am I in? Oh, so this is the range. So I'm at 133. All right, 133. So 133, and then this will be 265. 265. It's a lot of horsepower. 8 horsepower at 265 RPM. All right, let's do something reasonable, but fast. Like I'd normally use it, I don't know, like 500 RPM or something. Let's see here. So I'm going to be in high range. I don't need low gear, so I'm figuring all this out. So okay, high range. Wait, lever at the front. So it's going to be this top row. Okay. So, alright, so I'm going to go, okay, the motor, so 450, okay, so this will be 500 RPM. It says 450, it's actually going to be like 550. So this will be 4 speed, so neutral, 4, high. So motor low will be 550 and then high will be 1100. So, okay, so let's go to 550 right now, which is up. Alright, so let's go handheld. I'll show you the power feeds. Why not? Handheld. Alright. So this thing will cut, let's see. Alright. So with the gears it's got, it'll cut from 8 to 112, okay? Which in feed works what do I 25 thousandths. Oh yeah, that's fast. So 25 per rev, and this is 2 thousandths per rev, let's call it. 1 and 8/10. So let's go on the, and then you got the A, B, C, D. So I've kind of labeled these A, B, C, D. This is like A is high, B is very low, C is high, and D is low. What this is, very low is 8-to-1 reduction. Low is 4-to-1. I think this high is 2-to-1, and this is high is 1-to-1. So let's go high. Yeah, I might have to have it running. All right, let's turn it on. So let's go low. High, and then low. High. That's forward and reverse. I think that's in forward. And we're on this side of the range. Oh, hold on. All right, now we're in. Yeah, I don't ever, you're not supposed to shift, you can't shift it while it's running, you'll crash it. All right, let's turn it back on. Alright, see it spinning? And this is for the lead screw. Watch the lead screw. That's the lead screw right there. Turn it off. Alright. So, now that the feed rod is spinning, let's go for some, so up is going to be right. Disengage. Engage. Disengage. All right, something quieter I can. All right. So this is the direction it had trouble feeding in, right? It had trouble going this way. It would come back this way, but this way it would bind up like freaking crazy. But now, it's like butter, Johnny. I could just watch that all day. You know how many hours I've worked to achieve success of having that feed work? Good Lord in heaven. This is awesome. All right. So now, like I said, disengaged. It's hard to show you both. Disengaged, engaged. Here it comes around. Disengaged, engaged. So sweet. Now if I want to do the bed feed, slide it over. See? You disengage it, drop it down, slide it over on that piece of rod, and then watch the hand wheel. Right? Pretty kick butt. Comes the hand wheel. There it is. Disengaged. Engaged. Then go back to cross feed, slide it over. And there it's going. Drop it out. You want to go bed feed. There it goes. You got to kind of feather it into gear. That's fine. Well. Alright, now go the other way. Awesome. So I got my my felt. This is just so awesome. Alright. Got my felt in here. I got to make the back wipers. I didn't do that yet. I figure it's pretty easy. So my felt is inside here. So this is the gap where it's like 2/1000, 2.5 higher. So that's a problem, and I've got to grind this gap yet. So that's the next thing on this lathe, is to grind the gap. So my felt's in here. You might be able to see it. No, because it's in the shadow, but the felt is underneath there. Yeah, and I didn't show you guys, but the half nut works fabulous as well. It's just awesome. Spindle run out. Why not show you? You know, this one-handed thing is a challenge. Alright, it's not the optimal geometry. And there's probably a Humpty bump on there. But let's take a look. not sure what else to say. Other than the next thing to do is to grind the gap. I know I got to hook up the start relay and all that so my switch works. But let me back up. She works well. I am stoked, to say the least. Stoked. I sound California. I'm very happy. Yeah, I could have put the cover on. The cover's over there. Still a few minor things. I got to tighten the belts and just a little. I wish there was like a tool tray here. This rounded cover, I don't like that. I don't know if I do or not. And then, you know, there's the shear pin for the lead screw, and I could either leave it as is, or I could cut it across to expose the adjusting collars, or I could cut it like this and eliminate that whole end piece. I was thinking about cutting it. It just doesn't look right. It looks like a kind of a Dorcas piece there. It just looks Dorcas. I don't know. Funny thing, when I filled this gearbox with oil down there, it takes about 4 gallons in the headstock, and it takes about a half a gallon in here. So I put the sight glass in. I was dumping oil in the top, and there's an oil drain plug there that I had reinstalled, 3/8 British pipe thread, and then oil's coming in the chip pan. I'm like, what the hey? So I set the bucket down, and I'm feeling around. There's a second pipe plug in the bottom. So I got my finger plugging it, and I'm looking for, you know, I reach over to this cart, and the other oil drain plug was in the tin, and I was able to grab the cart and yank it over, and then I was cleaning the threads off with a rag, and I got it installed, and then crescent wrench tightened it up. That was exciting. But I'm using ISO 32 weight hydraulic oil. Yeah, let's see. Premium anti-wear 32, ISO viscosity grade 32. So I wrote on here, you know, what it is. So it's ISO 32, which crosses to a SAE number 10 weight viscosity. So I bought 4 pails of this. So for the main gearbox on the Giddings & Lewis 25T boring mill, I put 15 gallons in of this 32 oil. And then for the headstock of the 17-inch Colchester, you know, it takes, I reserved this 5-gallon bucket for the Colchester lathe. And it took 4 gallons in the headstock and like half a gallon down there. But you see what I mean? I want to, this does nothing. I want to cut this off, like voink. And I want to cut it off, you know, maybe with the bandsaw and then mill it so it's pretty. I don't know. I don't know why I do these things. Oh yeah, and then my buddy Mark was mentioning an oil drip tray for the lower apron, and I found this cookie sheet, and this is exactly the same length from plate to plate. I mean, see how it's flush on the front one? It's flush on the back one, except it sticks out so dang far. Right flush at the front of the, you know, the chip pan. So maybe I should use this, and it's like twice as wide. Or maybe I should just bend one up at work out of 1/8-inch metal. You know, make a slide-in tray, get some 3/4 angle iron, bolt it to the side, down, and flat over. But so got that one made, and the flip cap admits oil to the felt. That one is made as well. I still got to make the ones for the flat ways, because they're easy, you know. I got the pipe dope on all these. You know, you can't see, but you know, all my gears are oiling. Everything's working well. My side plates, which I'm so proud of, milled that flat island so I could bolt stuff to the casting. Oh, I'm just so proud of all the work I've done with this. And the power feed works like butter Johnny. Oh, I'm so happy. So anyways, probably yacked enough on this video. Turn the phase converter off. Good Lord in heaven. So this is the other panel for the phase converter. It's still sitting on the planer. See, same button. I gotta get that one working. So, you know, that's kind of what it is, folks. I'm just real happy that my motor's running on the Colchester 17-inch lathe. A couple minor tweaks, but man, I'm just sharing the joy with all you folks that watch me here on YouTube. So that 6-horse converter is starting my 4-horse lathe. And I think I tried this last time when I first bought the lathe. It won't dead start the 8-horse straight away, as the English say. It won't start it straight away, but it'll start the 4-horse and then I can switch to 8-horse. So even if I upgrade my phase converter, I can probably use it just starting the 1 rotary phase converter motor. That's kind of my plan, is to have a 2-stage converter. Run 6-horse worth of converter or run the full 12-horse. The reason I think I need 12-horse is the planer, the Rockford planer, is a 10-horse motor. So 12 starting 10 works. 12 starting 8 is going to work, but 6 starting 4 works pretty well too. Alright, enough of that. Until next time, this is Doozer Shop.